let's talk about Mr. O'Brien himself, his behavior. As everybody knows, and it's here. And the last time, him and I kind of had a back and forth. Appreciate your demeanor today. It's quite different. But after you left here, you got pretty excited about the keyboard. In fact, you tweeted at me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And let me read what the last one said. It said, greedy CEO who pretends like he's self-made. Sir, I wish you was in the truck with me when I was building my plumbing company. Myself and my wife was running the office because I sure remember working pretty hard and long hours. Pretends like he's self-made. What a clown. Fraud. Always has been, always will be. Quit the tough guy act in these Senate hearings. You know where to find me. Any place, anytime, cowboy. Sir, this is a time, this is a place. If you want to run your mouth, we can be two consenting adults. We can finish it here.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect.
You want to do it now?
I'd love to do it right now.
Well, stand your butt up then.
You stand your butt up.
Oh, hold on.
Big
Oh,
guy.
oh, stop it.
Is that your solution every problem?
No, no, sit down.
Oh, you're a clown.
Sit down.
Look at you.
You know, you're a United States Senator. Sit down.
Active.
Oh, okay.
Sit down, please.
All right.
Can I respond, Mr.
Hold
Chairman?
it. Hold it. If
Hold
we
on.
can't, no,
This is
I have
what
the
he
mic.
said.
I'm sorry.
This is
Hold
what
it.
he said.
You'll have your time.
Okay.
Can I respond?
Oh, no, you can't. This is a hearing. And God knows the American people have enough contempt for Congress. Let's not
I don't
make
like
it worse.
thugs and bullies.
You have,
And that's
you
what-
have
I don't
the
like
mic.
you because you
Hold
just
it.
described yourself.
Hold it. You have the mic.
Yeah.
You have time.
All right.
Make your statement.
Then let's do this. Because I did challenge you, and I accepted your challenge, and you went quiet.
No, I didn't go quiet.
Hold on.
No,
You challenged me to a cage match,
No,
acting like a
sir.
12-year-old schoolyard
Hold it.
bully.
Excuse
Sir,
me.
hold on.
Hold it. No, excuse me. I have the
I
mic.
will say exactly.
Senator
what he
Mullin,
said.
I have the mic. You have questions on any economic issues, anything that said, go for it. We're not here to talk about physical abuse.
You brought.
We're not
him
talking
in.
about. Of course, I
And,
did.
and let me
He's-
let me show you his hearing because I want to expose this thug to who he is. And
Could you not point to
2013
me? That's disrespectful.
All right.
I don't care about respecting you at all. I
don't
people that
respect you at all.
respect. So
All right, hold it.
let me
Hold it. No.
You're one of
Yeah,
100 of the most
Hold
elite
it,
people.
please.
Act it.
Please. All right. This is a, excuse me. This is a hearing to discuss economic issues. All right? If you have questions for Mr. O'Brien or anybody else on what he has said, go for it. But we're not here to talk about fights or anything else.
I'm quoting exactly what he said.
You can
and
say
this
what
is-
you want,
This is
but-
your witness
This
you
is
brought.
my
And let me
witness.
I'm exposing him.
You can
as
talk
a person
anything you
who
want.
he is. So in
But no fight-
2013,
Nope.
in 2013, O'Brien was suspended by the Teamsters for intimidating your own members. In 2014, you were part of, what would you say, organizing the harassment and intimidation of the Top Shelf crew.
Chef, not chef.
Top Chef, okay. And then, and I think in the reports they said sexual, racist, and homophobic slurs and death threats. 14 tires were sliced, and 5 Teamsters were arrested. And you said, well, I had nothing to do with it. But however, in that same statement, you said, but if I get called to testify, I'll plead the Fifth. This is a witness you brought in here. In 2017, you were removed as lead negotiator by then President Hoffa for UPS for your actions. And then in 22, when this guy was elected, what he said after he got elected was he wanted to bring the mob mentality back to the Teamsters. This is your guy.
And you're obviously going to give him a chance to respond to your questions.
Absolutely, absolutely, because this is my question. Because you called me out. I didn't call you out.
Yeah, you did.
You said anytime, any place.
That's
what you
that.
said.
Let's get the record
Okay.
straight.
Ms. Hold it. No.
Hold on.
Senator Mullin, do you have a question for the witness?
Yeah. I think
Okay,
that's what I'm getting
let's
at.
hear it.
So, anytime, any place.
No, that's not.
April is a charity event.
No,
for-
that's not. That's not. No.
No, it's a he.
No,
Sir, he said it, and this is my
He is
time,
here to
and you
tell-
can set
no.
parameters on what the questions can or cannot be asked, and I'll ask.
No,
you
you're not going to.
questions.
We're not going to be talking about
yes, we
physical
can.
confrontation.
Oh, this is about charity for a union charity because this
This
is for firefighters. And
Do you have a
policemen.
question on his
April,
testimony?
April.
Grow up,
April
will you
next
please?
You have
grow
a
up. You're an
question
embarrassment.
on his. Let's not
year.
be.
You said it.
You're an
You
embarrassment.
said
You're
it,
an
and I'm just
embarrassment.
simply answering it.
You
Senator
reached
Mullin,
out
go
to
hold
your
it.
buddies.
Hold it.
I-
Senator Mullin, you made some charges.
Charges.
Mr. O'Brien, do you want to respond to
Yeah, go
the
ahead,
question?
please.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reality of it is,
Accept my challenge,
Mr.
tough guy.
Mullin, tough guy.
Answer, hold it. answer the questions.
All right, y'all won. He made a lot of statements, right? And his statements are fiction at best.
Fiction, I read them.
Can he answer?
What?
Oh, answer the question, please.
I can't understand him, to be honest with you. He rambles so much. What was your question, actually?
Well, you said I made a lot of statements.
No, but what's your question? I don't understand your question. Could you repeat it?
You said anytime, any place.
What's your question?
Accept the challenge.
What challenge?
You said anytime, any place. I'm accepting yours, so why don't you come
What
back?
challenge? What challenge are you talking
April
about?
30th. How about we do it for a charity at the Smoking Guns in Tulsa, Oklahoma?
No, we're not going to be
what was the
talking about
challenge?
physical
What are you talking
confrontations here.
You want to fight me?
What'd you say by anytime, any place?
Let's have coffee, discuss our differences.
Oh, that's what you said.
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
All right, well, let's sit down and have coffee.
Let's
I'd
do
love
it.
to.
I'd love to.
But
It's funny how you're backing out.
Okay.
I don't back on anything.
You did.
You're the one. You're a 100.
Senator-
Should be the most influential people in this country, making changes.
Senator
You're
Hassan-
focused on.
Okay.
Why
You're
did
Thank
focused
you.
on
Why did you-
debate
Thank
that's
you.
not even
Fine.
relevant.
Keep texting
You're an
me and they
embarrassment.
went
Senator,
You're an
silent.
embarrassment.
They
Well,
went
That's what you
silence
are.
after
You're an
after
embarrassment to
my
the
text.
state of
This
Oklahoma.
hearing is about the condition of the working class in America.
You
That's
brought
what
a
we're
thug
talking.
into this
You're the biggest thug here.
You brought him in.
All right,
You're the
being-
biggest thug. Even
Look,
your
I don't know
colleagues call you
why
a
you do
joke.
what you're doing, Senator Hassan.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Senator
Chair.
Hassan, you got a
Senator
question?
Mullen, please yield. I've been recognized
No,
by the
you
chair.
got it.
Act according.
now-
Microphone is yours.
Chairman Sanders, I want to thank you for this hearing. I want to thank.
Well, that was Oklahoma Senator Mark Wayne Mullin and the General President of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Sean O'Brien, going at it today in a Senate committee hearing on HELP, the Health, Education, Labor, and Pension Committee. When you think of that, you don't think of two grown men threatening to fight each other, but that's what happened today after Mark Wayne Mullin, after it got under his skin that he was called a fraud and a clown. And I will say right off the bat, if you're a U.S. senator and you threaten to fight someone because they called you a fraud and a clown, you probably don't have any right being a U.S. senator. So Oklahoma, I mean, I know you guys are the, cowboys in Oklahoma, but let's have some respect for the Senate and let's get this clown out of office. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and defend O'Brien because I think kind of, him using that language and him trying to tweet and taunt Mark Wayne Mullin is not a good use of his time. And I don't think either of those guys came out looking like, princes here. The guy who does look like the knight in shining armor is Bernie Sanders, which when you think of two guys fighting in the Senate, you don't think of Bernie Sanders as being the knight in shining armor. I will say that Republicans are having a tough time with President Biden and unions right now because they are so strong under Biden. You have to remember, Biden was one of the first presidents, he was the first president to join the unions on the picket line when the UAW was just a few weeks ago picketing on the front line. So, for Republicans, that's not good for them. So I think we can kind of look at this as, yes, the Republican Party is just that deplorable, right? But also it's because unions are very strong under Joe Biden. And I will finish with this. It's funny how Bernie Sanders had to bring in a woman to kind of squash the brutish behavior of these two. And, it just makes me go back to 2016 and wish that Hillary Clinton would have been our president and kind of try to imagine where the country would have been now as opposed to the buffoon that we had leading us for those 4 years. So I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say about Mark Wayne Mullin just being the cowboy of the Senate here and also O'Brien's response.